Resuming the recording, so we're ready to go. And I shall move a few things out of the way so I can close some stuff. There we go. We are right to go. Fantastic, everybody. Great to see you all here. We have an absolute golden opportunity in our hands, ladies and gentlemen. We have been looking at programs from all over the world and creating packages that will work for us. But the best of what we have today is that we are involved in an Australian gold company. Our gold is shipped from Brisbane. Most of our gold comes from Perth Mint. They're the largest refinery in the world. So we're not buying gold and saving in gold that comes from Perth Mint to some dude in Europe. It's messed around with for a few weeks and then maybe gets shipped back to us. We're talking about gold that's right here. And Cassie's just saying there's new cards coming, which are great as well. So that's very cool. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into this. But I did wanted to say right up front, we have a golden opportunity. Bar none. We are sitting at the doorway of a global business that has just launched here in Brisbane. And when I say here in Brisbane, it just happens to be that the gold ships out of Brisbane. And Kate's saying Janet Hort is there. Kate's there. Welcome, ladies. Great to see you both on the call. Good to see you all. So let's get in amongst this and make sure that we have a brief understanding of where we're going. So we have to maintain this standard that we express our views as affiliates. We don't represent any of the companies that we affiliate with, and we don't give financial advice. So even though we have an Australian gold company, AU4U, we don't speak for them. We try and comply with their requests. One of their requests is that people don't front up at the vault for a chat and a look around. The security is onerous, so please don't try and work out where all the vaults are and go and visit them just on your holidays. It doesn't end well when you do that. I've had a conversation with the vault people on Friday evening about some people that called up and then sent their friend around for a visit. Wasn't comfortable, I can tell you. So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get amongst this. Great things in business are never done by one person. They're done by a team of people. And that quote comes from projectmanager.com. And that is exactly what we are about at Gold Rocks. We are about a team. And we have managed to bring ourselves from a position of not being happy and being in a really uncomfortable position to a position today where we're at, where we have the best of the gold business. We have a digital system that allows us to leverage what we've got in Carrotbit and digital assets. And we've come out the other side with a big smile. So here at Gold Rocks, we are committed individually and as a team to ensure that everyone goes forward together. We are not leaving anybody behind. If you don't fit the mold, we'll create a mold for you. This is a really, really good business opportunity. We have the ability to change people's lives because we've gone outside of the square to make this all happen. So welcome everybody. Make sure you hold on to your hats and your seats because this is going to change the world. As the companies that we affiliate with evolve, so too Gold Rocks must evolve. And that's because everyone goes forward together. We need to ensure that every single one of us as members has that philosophy. If you find someone that's struggling, please help them. If you can't help them, connect them with somebody. If they don't know who their upline is, give somebody a call and find out. Please ensure that we help everybody in this team. This is an absolute golden moment for us because we are at the bleeding edge of technology. We have the ability here in Australia today to create a stable coin that they've been struggling with in Europe for 2 years. We can do it very quickly. It's whether we have the actual requirement for it that we need to think carefully about. So let's have a quick run through of our principles. Be first to get paid. When you run your own business, make sure you pay yourself first. That is absolutely of prime importance. Residual income is a must. If you don't do that, you will work till the day you die. You must create a residual income. And limiting your tax exposure, got to do it. No point giving it away in income tax if you can avoid it. And beating inflation. You need to ensure that A, you legally limit your tax exposure, and B, you have a process in hand that will beat you to the front of the inflation curve. And it's all lots of little steps. It's not a giant individual thing, it's lots of little steps. Like, you can buy any product that these merchants sell and get yourself some gold back. Now, we were involved with a company previous to this where people were shopping with these merchants. Yes, all of that shopping is still accredited, still accrued. You will get the gold. You won't get it through a European wallet, though. You'll get it through an Australian one. And I can't say enough about all of these merchants. They've been on our system for a while. You'll be very happy to do business with them. So ladies and gentlemen, tonight I'm going to run through a video that I posted on YouTube the other day. This is the first Australian version of this new gold business. The soundtrack needs to be fixed and there's a few little things, but please, when you come up with something, please type it in the chat window so we get a recording of it. If there's things that you see that we need to fix, please tell us. We're working on a new version of it this week. So here we go. Let's have a listen to this. Hello. Welcome to a brief overview of what we think is undoubtedly the most powerful financial literacy program in existence today. We have chosen to use an Australian-based gold and silver savings program so that you can turn your spending habit into savings habit. But I want to begin with a quick question. When you think about most Australians and New Zealanders alike, in a very general sense, do you think they have a plan to deal with the economic turmoil we see coming at us today? Do you think they have the ability to withstand what we see happening in the markets? Let me ask you another question. Do you? And if you do, how's that plan actually working out for you? You see, I've asked that question literally thousands of times in the last few years, and the answer that usually comes back is probably pretty similar to what you were just thinking. If that's true for you, I want to share with you why we have chosen to go down this road and what we can actually do about what is happening. You see, the numbers never lie. They will always tell us the truth. Since the early 1970s, inflation has eroded over 98% of the dollar's purchasing power, while gold, the vehicle that once backed our currency, has soared in value by over 4,300%. We can look at it like this. In a typical household making typical purchases every single week since 2000 to present day, secondary education expenses have gone up 203%. Medical expenses, 195%. Primary education, 159%. Insurance, 118%. Childcare, kindergarten, 90%. Groceries have doubled, and housing has had a 240% increase. Let me ask you this. Have you seen a 240% increase in the real wages that you can bring home in the last 20 years? I don't think so, and that's exactly the problem.
We just can't get ahead of the inflation curve. This is why we're finding it so difficult to create any meaningful savings, get ourselves out of debt, and stop living pay packet to pay packet. Listen, here's the simple truth. It is absolutely impossible to outrun an exponential inflation on our linear incomes, and the inflation that the government tells us doesn't exist is very real, and here's the proof. We can look at it like this. If you had $100,000 in cash in 1970, that cash today is worth a lot less. In fact, you would need $1,177,750 to purchase the same products you did in 1970. That means it's lost 91.5% of the buying power it once had. If you had acquired $100,000 worth of gold in 1970 and just left it to just sit and accumulate, no interest, no nothing, that gold today is worth a staggering $4,164,615 at the time of this video. Gold has soared relative to the declining paper because they keep printing it, and there's no store of value behind it. That's what's called a fiat currency, an unbacked currency, and Voltaire said it like this: a fiat currency will always return to its intrinsic value, zero. So everything we read and everything we hear and everything we see says it's valuable, it's important to get some of our portfolio in gold. Hold some gold and hedge yourself against inflation. But there's a problem. Gold is expensive at $2,400 to $2,500 an ounce. Many of us just don't have the $2,400 to $2,500 that we can peel off and go get ourselves an ounce at a time to create any real meaningful inflation-proof savings. And even if we could, it's inaccessible at the moment. Many of us don't know where to find it. We don't know how to get our hands on it. And once we have it, where do we store it and what do we do with it? And lastly, it's difficult to use in its current format. You can't just go down to the service station or the baker or the butcher and pull out an ounce of gold and expect to get change in return for your next tank of petrol or loaf of bread, etc. So clearly, gold is the answer, but we need to get it in a more usable format. Here's the solution, and it really is just as simple as this. Exchanging our devaluing and declining paper currency for real gold bullion in an affordable, accessible, transaction-friendly format called minibars. We simply exchange some of our declining dollars to create a savings account, giving up a couple of coffees and putting some money aside in gold, because we can now afford it. And at the time that we need it, exchanging these minibars and some of our gold bullion back into currency, having fully hedged ourselves against the ravages of inflation. You see, here's what we're really up to.
AU4U specialises in making available 999 pure LBMA certified gold and silver bullion.
Readily available to the people of the world by producing it in smaller, more accessible, more affordable and transaction-friendly weights. This puts gold within reach of people who couldn't previously afford it. Literally, we're making gold available to the masses. What was once a rich man's game is now available to everyone. Now, this video was not designed to answer all of your questions. It just can't do that. It was really designed to pique your interest and to get your curiosity. So my question is, did we actually get your attention? And if we did, here's what I'd like to suggest that you do. Get back to the person who shared this link with you and tell them that you'd like more information, and they'll make that readily available for you. We have a ton of resources available, lots of information. We just drip it in a way that's not overwhelming. We simply ask that you listen. You can get started by just setting up your own free gold savings account. Yep, that's true. It's free, at no costs at all.
You can start with nothing. There's no fee to get started. You can literally just set up your own gold savings account and start accumulating gold a gram at a time at the market rate. Then simply decide for yourself whether you'd like to create a leveraged income opportunity out of this, as many others have done. I've spent the last bunch of years putting together national and international businesses and figuring out over the last 20 years how to simplify it to the point that people can use it and leverage it to do much of the sharing and much of the information flow for them,
And our commitment to you is that if you decide to come and join us as an affiliate, if you'd like to turn this into a business opportunity, we'll train you, teach you, support you, and mentor you all the way to success so that you can do this for yourself. Because really what we're trying to do here is set people free from the ravages of inflation and create a meaningful future for themselves. Because really at the end of the day, what this is all about is creating a debt-free, financially secure society, starting with you and then with the rest of the world. Thank you very much. We look forward to working with you. Please do get back to the person who shared this link with you, and I'll look forward to talking to you soon.
Aren't they great gold coins? The reason I put them in is they were so obviously Australian. We'd love to send that in a way that had some coins and some bullion in it. We'll be changing that. Kate's saying, was the email with the form sent out? It goes out in the morning, Miss Kate. Already worded up and timed. Have to be careful how many emails we send out because we're only allowed to send out 300 per day. So we are underway in real time. Stephen Reed saying real wages increase normally means over and above inflation, but the other is greater measured that way, so you're comparing apples with sultanas. I don't think so, Steve. If you compare real wages with what people are paying, you'll find those numbers are accurate. Just the way the government measures what's inflation and what isn't is absolutely abysmal. They manipulate the numbers to suit themselves. But anyway, we are happy to adjust numbers and look at them as we need to. So do you have a vault? I think you'll find that if you were to get into a vault facility, that's what it would look like. Now, I can tell you that that drawer right there holds 30 kilos of gold. There isn't 30 kilos of gold in it, and I know that because that one's mine. And there is some gold in it, and there is some silver in it, but there's certainly not 30 kilos. I'm working on that. So the reason I've put that in there is I'm going to suggest to you, as you increase your metal holdings, you need to consider getting one of these drawers. I used to make jokes about having a sock drawer full of gold. And then I was listening to Mike Maloney one night and he said, that's a bad idea because you're putting a target on your own back. And I thought, yep, he's right. So that's how I found this vault. And that's where I went and rented a drawer. And you will see that later on through the AU4U website, you'll be able to book a drawer or an appointment to go and open up an account there so you have your own drawer. Now, if that one at the top of the screen where the arrow is holds 30 kilos, what do you think the ones at the bottom hold? That is a truckload of gold. Just saying, a truckload. So welcome to AU4U. And I want you all to understand that we are right here, right now, on the absolute cusp of a brand new wave that's going to go around the world. I can show you numerous reasons why the gold is cheaper. It's here in Australia. It gets shipped. There isn't an 8-week delay. If you buy a kilo of gold and you want it shipped the next day, it will ship. Simple as that. That's what the website will be coming. It is registered. We are working on the software to go on that domain as we speak. au-4u.gold. It's a pretty cool domain. We're going down that road as rapidly as we can. Now, for the moment, in the short term, send someone your Gold Rocks affiliate link and get them to register as an affiliate on Gold Rocks. That will register them in the system and make sure that they're attached to you. We'll be downloading that file and uploading it into the new software so we make sure that everyone gets attached to the person that brought them along. So our supplier history, the facility that I just showed you the picture of, has a 60-year history of being a vault. 60 years. That's pretty impressive. The metal supplier we're using has a 40-year history in bullion. Now, we were impressed a few years ago when we joined a business that had a 10-year history. That's a very cool number, 40 years, still going strong. The insurance that you get for free when you hold metals in this system is for full replacement value. Doesn't matter what happens to the price, they will replace you your metals at whatever the current rate is. It's a great deal. It is SMSF compliant, and if you're from overseas, you'll be wondering what that is. Self-managed super fund compliant, retirement package, and the buyback price of the gold is based on the current spot price. Now, the cool thing about this facility is if you've got 2 kilos of gold in your wallet and you want to sell, they will buy it off you on the day and transfer the money to whatever bank account you stipulate. So make sure that you understand the benefits of this program. It is ridiculously inexpensive for what you get. And that's because no one's buying any Rolls Royces. This is what we're talking about. Fine gold, 999.9. And real silver, 999.9. That's what we're here about, AU4U, a gold and silver program to let you save metal to secure your future. And we talk about jewelry. We're going to talk about jewelry because jewelry has never been seized by any government when they seize bullion. So you'll always be able to tell people you don't own any bullion, you just own a lot of makings of a lot of necklaces. How cool is that? So the plan is really simple, straightforward, and transparent. Really, really simple. Customers, it's free to join. They don't get any discount, but it's still very cost effective. The retail price per gram as of Friday was $106.60. That's real good. And when you get into the affiliate business, you can see the starter pack, $300. The benefits of that pack, you get 3% discount on your gold purchases for the next 12 months. There is a renewal process in the pipeline. We just haven't got the word on the finalization of it yet. And in that pack, you get $90 worth of gold. So when you spent $300 in the business we were in before, you got 0.2 of a gram. Well, $90 is nearly a gram of gold. It's at the moment about 0.89% of a gram. That's a very cool outcome for the limited amount of funds that you're kicking in. The affiliate's commission on the starter pack is simple. Again, level 1, you get 10% in the uni level. Level 2, you get 3%. And level 3, you get 2%. So someone 3 levels down in your business buys a starter pack, you get $6 out of that deal. $9 if they're 2 levels down and $30 if they're a direct. That's a good deal. And the affiliates, when they make gold purchases, the price in the uni level at the same price from last Friday is $103.43. Compare that to what we were paying just a few weeks ago. There is a commission on the gold. It's something we've never had before. When somebody in your team buys gold, you make money. 2% direct, 1% indirect, and 0.5% at level 3. Now, I know that doesn't seem like much, but it adds up. And we didn't get anything before. Again, that's a very good deal. So if you set up an automatic order, and I'm going to call them automatic orders because they don't work like we had before, where you had to put in a credit card and it was an automatic debit on your credit card and you had to specify by weight. This doesn't work like that. This way you specify a dollar amount. So you might say, I want $100 every 2 weeks of gold, or $50 of gold, $50 of silver. That order in the system will get assigned a unique number. So every time you send money, you send that $100 to the AU4U bank account, you use that unique identifier and that order will trigger. Now, it doesn't matter whether you do that once a week, once a fortnight, once every 3 weeks, or once a month, or once every 6 months. When you send that amount of money and use that identifier, that order will trigger. It doesn't automatically debit money from your bank account. It's not a direct setup that accesses any of your credit cards. You have control. You control when you buy metal. All you do is send the money, use the ID in the reference, and bingo, you're done. It's as simple as that. When you send the money, it happens. You set it up, then it's in the system until you delete it or change it. You can edit it. You can have multiple orders. You can have a gold order, a silver order, and a gold and silver order. Doesn't matter which one you pay for, as long as you use the unique ID, it will automatically order. It is an automatic order, not a direct debit, not a standing order. You trigger the order when you send the money. Simple as that. Okay, in the binary system, because this is a hybrid process, you have a unilevel and you have a binary. The commission in the binary is 50 points left, 25 points right, you get $40. Now, we had some discussions about that, and we thought, wouldn't it be really cool if people didn't have to wait until there was 25 points in the other leg? What if we could create a way so that it shows up in a dial or a graph on their dashboard that shows them how much money they make day to day? So we're going to convert that into a weak leg calculation. So whatever your weakest leg is, you'll be able to calculate what the income is coming from that leg. And that will be a number that will show up on your dashboard. So it means you don't have to wait until there is 25 points in that leg to get some money. You will know if there's 1 gram of volume in your weak leg, you'll be able to see how much money you made from that 1 gram of gold. If there's 100 grams of gold there, all of a sudden, you'll know how much money you can calculate. It is a wonderful idea. I'm really pleased that we've been able to work our way to a point where we can now talk to programmers about making that happen. We are heavily underway with the programmers to make it all work. It's a great deal because it means you don't have to wait until you've made $40. What happens if this week you've already made $30? Why shouldn't you be paid? If you made $20, why shouldn't you be paid? So we're working on that now. Hopefully before the website launches, that will all be done. In fact, it will have to be before the website launches. The downside is that's capped at $75,000 a week. I know some of you will be bemoaning the fact that it's only $75,000 a week, but I reckon I can squeak by on that. It'll be tough. I know, even if I've got to buy red wine for Mr. McCloskey to sip on, I probably still can squeak by. 75 grand a week. That's just from that bonus. So let's have a look at the lifestyle bonus, because this got really interesting. We had some issues with the numbers, which I hope we've sorted out tonight. So it's similar to what we had before with the long-term incentive. This is the 1-star plan. You get 3,000 points in total, 2 legs minimum, or 1,000 points per leg up to 3 legs, $500. Now you can take the prize or the money on every level. The 2-star system, 8,000 points total, minimum 2 legs up to 4 legs, $1,000. All these numbers are in Australian dollars. 3-star, 25,000 points total, up to 4 legs, $3,500. Now it starts to get interesting. 4-star, that's a $9,000 payment for 55,000 points of business volume. 9,000 bucks. Not bad. 5-star, 35,000. Now we're starting to get to some real money. I mean, that is some serious money. You can, and these don't come and go. You don't go back to zero every time you get one. They just continue to add up until you get paid. So all you need to do is start. Keep going. You're going to get paid. It's that simple. 6-star, 460,000 points, $70,000. $70,000. 7-star, now we're getting up there in the nosebleed section. 1,020,000 points, $120,000. Remember, you can take the prize or you can take the money. 8-star, 3.35 million, $700,000. But wait, there's 9 and 10 stars coming. Lots and lots of money at those levels. Remember, you don't have to reset anything to zero. Just start. It will add up. Sooner or later, you'll get the house. You'll get the cars. You'll have the world holidays. You'll get all of that. Just start. Simple as that. Works with gold and silver. It's a great, great program. Now, all the bonuses in that program can be taken in gold, silver, Bitcoin, or cash. Or you can take the prize. Just say, send me the car. Or you can do it in any one of those 4. That's a pretty cool deal. Because if you're a silver junkie or a gold junkie, you've got those choices. If you like to use Bitcoin and leverage it, even better. If you want a brown paper bag full of cash that you're going to have a problem doing something with, we've got that ability as well. Gold, silver, Bitcoin, cash. Getting started is easy. Get into the program and acquire at least a gram of gold per month or the silver equivalent. And there is a loyalty program coming that we haven't finalized the numbers on yet with our suppliers. So that's why we're suggesting you want to get in, because it'll be proactive. Start getting metal every month. Share the value of gold and silver with others and teach them how to start. Simple as that. That's all there is to it. Simple, easy, transparent. What about a quick start promo? Well, if you register 5 in 5 weeks, you get paid $150 in commission, plus 3 silver 1-ounce coins, or $150 in any of the other payout options. That's pretty cool. Now, there's a problem with this. You can't bring 5 people from your team from your last business. They've got to be 5 new people. This is aimed at getting people to go out and talk to somebody. 5 people in 5 weeks. You can talk to 1 new person a week. Get them started. Get them to order a gram of gold. Get them to order just their business pack. You pick up $150 in commission and 3 silver coins, or $150 worth of Bitcoin, whatever you'd like to do. Payment options again, gold, silver, Bitcoin, or cash. Not bad. But why our gold? AU4U is an Australian option. The metal is stored in a vault with a 40-year history in precious metals. 40 years. The insurance is for full replacement value at no cost. Doesn't cost you anything. SMSF compliant for Australian customers. And the buyback price is based on the current AUS spot price. So whenever you decide you want to sell a couple of kilos of gold, it's whatever the current price is. No doubts, no arguing about the formula. It's the spot price. Simple as that. You haven't had to prepay to get it converted into welcome cards and then try to sell it back to them at half price. It's the spot price. Previously, we had a digital arm with the gold. AU4U has as well. We've picked a supplier called MTI. They're a Bitcoin trading company. They do digital gold. That's what Bitcoin is known as. Don't know that I actually agree with it, but that's what its name is. It's based in South Africa. They've been trading for approximately 18 months. It costs nothing to get set up. It's completely free to set up and trade. You need to fund your account within 7 days. That's a key thing. Now, when you get to join through the Gold Rocks affiliate program, we'll be able to put in place links, replace the links we had in the old one and put the new links in so that people get registered in the right format. MTI is currently trading 17,527 Bitcoin. That's about 269 million and change AUD. That's a big number. Just saying. Wouldn't mind if it fell in the back of my truck. They're averaging about 10% gross return per month. The users get 4% net return per month. If that's all they do is deposit their Bitcoin. Simple as. You don't have to go too far to work that out. If that's all you're going to do, 4% a month. Now, calculate that out over a year and see if you can get that in a bank. 0 fees, free to set up and trade. Now, why that says 4% net return per month plus is that you can add levels of income. There's obviously, if there's a 10% gross return, where's the other 6% go? Well, they encourage you to register some other people. That opens up another 5% of income. That gets pretty lucrative. Yep. So make sure that you understand how to do this. Yep, good. I see there's a couple of people already using them. Fantastic. You're going to be able to take your CaratBit coins out of CaratBit, convert them into Bitcoin and place them with MTI. Make sure that you get help with how to do that. We didn't set out to just go and find a trading platform. We set out to go and find a platform that could deal with the assets we already had in CaratBit. That's what we looked for. That's what we found. We'll be able to convert all of our tokens and coins that are in CaratBit, bring them out into Bitcoin and move them into MTI. It's a great outcome. So how does it work? Everyone goes forward together. We've got an AUS-based gold silver supplier. It lets us purchase, store, supply, and insure metal, gold, silver. We can add other metals later. We've now got digital systems that will cope with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and silver and gold. That's very cool. Not too many businesses in the world that have that. What if you haven't activated within 7 days on the 8th day? Not sure, Jackie. I think they just deactivate your membership. I'll find out for you. Every week, the economic news gets worse and continues to do so, but don't panic, Jonesy. We got gold, baby. In fact, we got Australian gold. We don't need to go out and look at whatever happens. You need to make sure that you have a whole process in place. So here's what our Heineken Flu gold price are looking at. Yep, so just a matter of restarting again, Jackie, by the look of it. The gold price performance in the last few weeks, it's been pretty good. It's still 22.24% annual return, but there's been some pullback. So make sure that you understand what you're looking at. Please confirm the cost of storing the gold in the Aussie Vault. Zero. Harry? Zero. Free storage, free insurance. So make sure that you get a grasp of that. Free storage, free insurance. So what we're here to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is we are at the cusp of this brand new overall business. We have Australian gold. We have Australian silver. We have a business that works. What we do with it is our choice. So here at Gold Rocks, we're here to help you. Has anyone got any questions from tonight? Unmute or type a message in if we've missed you. Is the $300 starter pack the only one, or do you have high ones? It's the only one at the moment, Steve. So we're figuring if you wanted to put more money into it at the start, you could just buy more gold when you start. We've already had 3 or 4 people start with $1,000. They bought their starter pack and the rest of it in metal. So you can do it any way you like. We may add other products down the road. We might add platinum, some of those sorts of things that are precious metals, things that the vault handles. We've been approached to handle some technology products. Not sure that we'll go down that road for a while, given our recent experience, but we will see what we can do. We got no other questions? Okay, doesn't look like it. Anybody else got a question? No? Okay. Well, thanks everybody for coming tonight. We're going to continue to flesh this out. We've got people registering in both businesses now. We will try and support you in each of those businesses as much as we can. We will be able to move people into the structure to support each other. So thanks everyone for coming. We really like the look of what's going on. We love where we're going with it. We have an Australian option, and we'll see you on the golden beaches of the world. Have a great night.